There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3. So, day 1 was all about self awareness, becoming aware of our inner child, our ego, our limiting beliefs, our subconscious mind. And then day 2 was all about where true transformation happens, where true healing happens, where true change happens, which is when we work through the body, when we release, process our emotions and trauma through the body. Now, day 3, this is day 3. And I love day 3 because it's like, this is where everything comes full circle. And this is where you get to create the life of your dreams. Okay. So today is all about intuition and manifestation. So I don't know if you know anything about that. If not, that's cool. I'm going to explain it. If you do know about it, then I'm going to explain some things in different ways and hopefully it will make sense. So, like I said, this is where all of the magic happens. Once we heal, that's when we can start stepping into the version of ourselves that we want to be. That's when we can start stepping into the life that we want to have. Okay, so have you heard of manifestation? Have you heard of law of attraction? And have you heard law of assumption? They're all very similar. They have a general theme. So manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates your spirit in the spirit of the world. In the simplest terms, manifestation is putting your intentions towards something that you hope will happen, then watching that happen in real life. In other words, if you think it will become true. So basically all manifestation really is, in simple terms, is you want something and then you bring it into fruition. Now, it's a little more complicated than that, but in simple terms, that is what it means. So law of attraction defines your ability to attract into your life what you focus on. Whatever you can imagine is achievable if you take action on a plan to get to where you want to be. The true definition of law of attraction is like attracts likes. Whatever you give your emotional energy and attention to is what you will come back to. So people will say, get your energy right, get into energetic alignment. People will say vibe high. That's kind of what they mean when they're talking about law of attraction. But again, like I'm going to get into, it's not just as simple as vibe high. Okay, and then the law of assumption is a theory that maintains that what we assume to be true is what will eventually manifest. It proposes that our assumptions about life have immense power to positively or negatively impact the fulfillment of our wishes and desires. In simple terms, the law of assumption proposes that what we assume to be true will actually come true. So law of assumption is just like, I assume this thing to be true, so then it does become true. That's basically what law of assumption is. Okay, so here's the thing. We are already manifesting. We are already manifesting. We are always manifesting. This was like hard for me to comprehend at first, but we are manifesting from our subconscious, our unconscious. We talked about this on day 1, right? So a good way, we talked about this on day 1, a good way to see what beliefs you have about the world, what you believe to be true, is to look at your life, because you have manifested this into your life. Right? So if there's things that you don't like that you've manifested into your life, you can just be like, okay, I don't like this thing. So I know that there is a subconscious belief that I have to change in order to bring this new manifestation in. Okay, so have you ever tried affirmations, positive thinking, being high vibe, and nothing happened? This was me. So I went through this period where I was experiencing debilitating anxiety, and I was doing everything I could to manifest what I wanted to get rid of my debilitating anxiety. So I was like journaling, and I was saying all the affirmations, and I was meditating and all of the thing, and nothing was working. And let me tell you why. Because I was working on the conscious level. Me just saying affirmations, me just trying to get my thoughts right, was working on the conscious level. And again, we're creating our life 95% of the time from the subconscious. So to really manifest in a way where you're actually co-creating, where you are manifesting what you want, we have to get into the subconscious. So what happens is we'll say affirmations, will be like, I'm making X amount of money, or I love myself, or like whatever. And you're conscious, so you're saying that with your conscious mind, and then your subconscious mind is like, nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. So your affirmations really aren't doing shit because your subconscious is like, nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. So, like I said, affirmations are the language of the conscious, not the subconscious. So, one of the best ways to work with the subconscious mind is to find what's the word I'm looking for? Find evidence that what you were trying, the new belief that you were trying to create is true. So let's say you're trying to manifest money or abundance. And so instead of being like, I am making X amount of money, I am so abundant, blah, 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 what you can start doing is going, oh, see, I am abundant. Somebody bought me a coffee today. Oh, see, I am abundant. I got a free session today. Oh, see, I am abundant. I got $200 extra dollars in my bank account this month. See, that's where, like, that's the language of your subconscious, is being able to prove to your subconscious, see, this is true. What I'm trying to tell you is true, right? So the more that you can find and build evidence for it, the more that that new belief will form in the subconscious mind. Okay, so here's the other important thing. We have to empty out what is in our cup so we can put new in. So right now, probably what is in your cup is your limiting beliefs, right? Our limiting beliefs are probably manifesting into our world. We have our childhood programming and conditioning. We have our traumas and our wounds. And remember, all of this is living in the subconscious. So what happens is we have all of this shit. Our cup is all the way filled up with all of these limiting beliefs, the things that we don't want, the programming, the childhood wounds, all of that. It's filled up. And then we're trying to put these new beliefs on top of it. And guess what happens? That water just falls right back out. So we're trying to put these new beliefs on and it just falls right back. What we have to do is go in and start pouring out some of the old water. So the old limiting the beliefs, the old programming, so then we can start putting new in. Right? So this happened so this was me in the beginning of my manifestation journey. So I learned about manifestation 5-ish years ago, I think. So this was me in the beginning of my journey. I was like, it was like, you can call it spiritual bypassing, you can call it avoidance or whatever, but it was like, I learned about it and I was like, okay, so I just have to be high vibe and all of the things and everything's great. So I just like acted like everything was great and it worked temporarily. But what happened is I was living up here and I'm like, yeah, everything's great. But there was all this shit down here that I was avoiding. And then eventually it all started to come back up. Right. So that'll work temporarily. But if we don't go in and if we don't clean out the shit, it's not going to work long term, basically, is what's going to happen. Right. Because we have to clean out the old limiting beliefs. We have to clean out the programming, the traumas, and all of that. And then you can start putting new in. But if you don't clean it out, you're just going to be spinning on a hamster wheel. That was me for years. I was just on a hamster wheel, spinning, like trying to go somewhere, but not going anywhere because I wasn't looking at the shit that needed cleaned up. Okay. Okay. So here's the other thing that is so important when it comes to manifestation. Are you manifesting from your soul? Are you manifesting from your ego? Because a lot of times what I see people doing is they're trying to manifest from their ego. So like I said before, when I was experiencing debilitating anxiety, that was from such a place of fear, that was from such a place of my life needs to change. And it wasn't coming from a good place, right? It was like, or a lot of times people will be like, I need to manifest this thing to prove myself. I need to manifest this thing to show people that I am amazing, or like whatever it is. So that is not a good place to be manifesting from. Once you can start to learn to manifest from your intuition, your higher self, and get into that alignment, things become so much easier. And again, remember, our ego comes from childhood, right? So it's very normal in the beginning to be manifesting from our ego. And that's okay. And it's nothing to be ashamed, like nothing to shame yourself about. It's just kind of part of the process. Oh, what the heck? I skipped. How did I skip all the way over here? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. So, manifesting from our soul, not our ego. So, what is intuition? Intuition is an innate knowing without any logical explanation. I feel like moms are the prime example of what intuition is. Like moms are so intuitive when it comes with their kids. Like their kids will be somewhere and they'll be like, something's wrong with my kid. Right? It's just this innate knowing, but our intuition can also guide us into an innate knowing for what is best for us in our future. Higher self, your higher self is your true nature. It is wise, unconditionally loving, creative, whole, and eternal and center. So again, when we are manifesting from this place, it is our true nature. It's coming from true self-acceptance, true love, and all of the things, rather than your ego, which would be like, I need to do this to prove myself, I need to da 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 da. Okay, so what is alignment? So like, what is energetic alignment? So when you're in energetic alignment, you're in tune with yourself and deeply connected to your energy and intuitive wisdom. When you're in energetic alignment, you have clarity and momentum as you consciously create a life that feels authentic, abundant, and true to you. You're not making decisions to get approval and validation from others. You're making decisions that are aligned with your visions, calling, gifts, beliefs, and it feels luminous. So when you start to learn this, you will start to be able to tell when you are in alignment and when you are not in alignment. So, and like when you're in alignment, it's so freeing, it's so easy, it's so flowy, right? It's just like, and you're not like double thinking your things. You're not like, oh my God, should I do this or should I do that? It's just like you're in a flow and you're connected to who you truly are. And things are so easy. There's none of the second guessing. Like I used to be like, I don't know, should I do that or should I do this? Or blah, 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 blah. But when you're in alignment, it's just like flow. Like you just like, oh, yep, that's good. That's good. I don't really need to think about it. It feels good. Da 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 da. So, like I said, are you manifesting from your soul or your ego? 2 years ago, I was manifesting from my ego hardcore. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just becoming aware of it and recognizing that manifesting from our soul is so much easier than from our ego, because our intuition, our higher self, our soul is here to guide us to where we are supposed to be going, and our soul wants us to get there. So if we're manifesting from that place, it's going to be so much easier. But if you're manifesting from your ego, because your ego's over here like, but we need to be doing this and da da da, and your soul's like, no, honey, this is what's meant for you. No, honey, this is what's meant for you, right? So it's like when you're trying to manifest from your ego, it's pulling you this way, but your soul's trying to pull you that way. But if you're just manifesting from your soul, it's just like, truth, this is it. Follow the path and everything will be grand. Okay, so here is my manifestation formula. I created this because this is okay. So again, this is why I created my program the way that I do. This is why I do my one-on-one clients coaching the way that I do. Self-awareness, can we become aware? Then we step into the body, regulate our nervous system, and heal, and then we can step into manifestation. So my manifestation formula is feel, release, regulate, align, manifest. So I also came up with this because, again, when I was experiencing debilitating anxiety and I was having a hard time and I was like in my feelings and I was just like so anxious and I was trying to do anything that I could to get rid of that feeling of the anxiety, and I was trying to manifest and I wasn't allowing myself to feel what I was feeling and release and then regulate. So feel your feelings. This is another huge misconception in the manifestation world that I see people fall into when they first get into this work. Again, people are like, be high vibe, be positive all the time, blah, 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 blah. But that is spiritual bypassing. That is avoidance. That is not looking that we are human beings on earth having the human experience, which means we have emotions, we have feelings, and they're meant to be felt. Right. And here's the other thing. Again, we have to, right, like that cup, we have to empty it out. We have to empty it out. 4 years. Okay, I want to tell you something. The fastest way to keep yourself stuck, the fastest way to block your manifestation, the fastest way to slow down getting to what your soul wants you to get to is suppressing your feelings and avoiding them. 1010%. right? Because if we suppress them and avoid them, they get trapped in the body, right? And so that version of us keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up because it's stuck within us, where if we could just release it. So for years, this is also why I stayed stuck for fucking years. Because I was like, I can't feel my emotions. They're scary. Da, 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 da. I'm here to tell you that when I started to learn how to really actually feel my emotions and process them, everything changed. Because I started releasing the parts of me that were 13. I started releasing the parts of me that were 8. I started releasing the parts of me that were 20, 21. Now, here's the thing. We don't completely get rid of those parts, but they aren't so big and large anymore. Like now, I feel like my 29-year-old self. I actually feel like my 9-year-old self, but for a long time, depending on the day, I would feel like my 13-year-old self or my 16-year-old self, right? And like if we're stuck in that place, we're going to be manifesting from where we were at 16 rather than we want to be manifesting where we are at 29. Right? So feel your feelings. The most amazing thing that you could ever do for yourself is to learn how to feel and process your emotions. So, 1, we're going to feel our feelings. Then once we feel it, we're going to release it. We're going to do some somatic practices to release it. Once it's released, we are going to come into regulate. We're going to regulate. So feel it, release it, regulate. And then after we regulate, we align ourselves with our soul. And then from there, we manifest. So some of the best things I do, my Instagram connection is not good. So some of the best things that I do when I am experiencing some type of emotion is I sit with myself. I allow myself to be with my emotion. I like teach my client like learning how to be with your emotions and process them. So I sit with myself. I allow myself to be with my emotions. I move it through my body. I let it release, and then I regulate. And then what I'll do is I'll do some type of meditation, bringing my higher self in, bringing my intuition in, and then from there I'll manifest. But the worst thing that you can try to do is try to fucking manifest and meditate when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're grieving, like whatever it is that it like, just don't. That's not, no. And usually when we're doing that is because we're trying to manifest something to make us feel better. Manifestation is not to make us feel better. Like that's what right? Again, that's what I was doing. I was like, oh my God, I need to manifest this because once I manifest this, then I'll feel better. If we're trying to manifest something to make us feel better, that's our ego. Right? When we're trying to manifest something that lights us up and feels good, that's our soul. Right? So do not try to manifest when you're in emotion. Allow yourself to be in that emotion. Allow yourself to experience it. Allow yourself to feel it to its full potential, and then you can release it. And then once you regulate yourself, then you can do some type of manifestation practice. Then you can meditate. Come into alignment. Okay. Okay, so let me go back a second. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Like I've said in every session, I literally want to teach this to the whole fucking world because it literally changed my life, and I know that it'll change everybody's life that it comes by. It is the most amazing thing ever. So I'm doing something fucking crazy. I'm doing something crazy. I am doing my group coaching for almost 75% off. So actually, I actually wasn't going to do another round of group coaching this year. I was like, I want to revamp it a little bit. I'm dealing with a little bit of health issues. I'm just not. And then I was like, and then I got an intuitive hit, an intuitive download, right? My health is getting better. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to offer my group coaching for almost 75% off. And I'm just going to limit it to 6 people. So my group coaching is almost 75% off. So this is for you if you're ready to create a life that sets your soul on fire and you're ready to unleash your most authentic self. Let me move this over. This is for you if you're ready to start saying yes to yourself. You're ready to heal deep-seated trauma. Again, it doesn't have to be deep-seated. So like if you're like, I don't really have trauma. I don't think I have trauma. It doesn't have to be something like that. It could literally be signs of trauma. Signs of suppressed trauma could literally be You're stuck. Like you've been trying, you're on that hamster wheel, you're trying to do better, be better, change your life, and you're stuck. You keep getting stuck. That is a good sign. You people please, you put others before yourself. You're in unfulfilling relationships, unfulfilling careers. What was the other thing I was going to say? Disordered eating, people pleasing, high achieving, overworking, all of that stuff. So if you're like, I don't have trauma, I'm here to tell you, no matter if you think you have trauma or if you don't have trauma, if you are not where you want to be at in life, this program will literally change your fucking life. I literally promise you. So this is for you if you want to level up and transform your life. You want to deepen your relationship to yourself and others. You're ready to find your voice and step into your full confidence, into your full self-expression. You're ready to start feeling safe and comfortable enough to set boundaries. You're ready to take emotional responsibility. You're ready to learn how to regulate your nervous system, and you're ready to step into alignment with your soul's deepest fucking desires. Because that is literally all I want for everybody. Everybody that comes through my program, my one-on-one, my group coaching, whatever it is, all I want is for them to step into the most fucking authentic version of themselves, to step into their soul alignment. So life is just so fucking easy and so fucking enjoyable. Okay, so it is only $200 a month. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm doing this. It is for 4 months, $200 a month. We meet weekly for 90 minutes, and you also have Voxer access to me Monday through Friday. So, sorry, I got distracted by my TikTok. So it's limited to 6 people. 2 people are already signed up, so there's only 4 spots left. We are starting in a couple weeks. Well, the first call is next week, but that's just like a little intro. You have until, what week would that be? September 14th. You have until that week to sign up. 4 months. We meet every week. You get lifetime access to the program. You get lifetime access. I am so excited. I cannot even express to you how fucking excited I am for this. It is going to be fucking amazing. So next year it is going up to 6 months, and it's going to be $500 a month. So if you're like, have been interested in my group coaching before, have been interested to work with me, this is the time, because this is literally the cheapest it will ever be. The cheapest it will ever be. So it's only $200 a month. We meet weekly for 90 minutes, and you have Voxer access to me. So if you're like, I'm ready, I am ready to invest in myself, I'm ready to change my motherfucking life, then this is for you. Because it will. I promise you, it will change your life on so many levels. It's just so amazing. So I hope this was helpful. Yeah, if you're ready to change your life, this is for you. DM me on Instagram. We can talk about it. I will chat more with you about it. DM me on Instagram. You can email me. You can be like, hey, I'm interested, but I have a few questions. Like, literally DM me. We can chat about it. Email me, whatever. I would love to talk to you about it. So I hope this healing retreat was helpful. Even if you're not going to sign up, like, I hope you got something out of this. I hope it was helpful. I hope there was like light bulb moments. And I hope that one day I will get to work with you. And if not, I still love you. And I still hope that you got out of this what you wanted to get out of this. So have an amazing day, and I will see you some other time.